5 for Geekster Basketball. Give it up for me. Keep that wall going for product number 6, John Walter Stockwell. What is up? Where'd the NPR guy go? Oh, what the fuck? Wanted to talk to him. Did he leave?
I'm here.
Are you? Oh, there we are. There he is. You like NPR?
Yeah, big time.
Have you listened to all their shows?
Not all of them.
I'm not a real NPR fan. That's all I wanted to do. So stupid. Oh God, I feel like a lot of people have like a lot of really negative opinions about frats, but then they'll insist they would have been in Gryffindor if they went to Hogwarts. That's a frat. That is if not a magical frat, you know. But like I totally get that. I think because I think being in a magical frat would probably be pretty dope up until like the hazing, you know, because like. The only way that you could make hazing worse than it already is use magic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could imagine Ron's like older brother just being like, all right, pledges. Next thing you're gonna do is an elephant walk. What's an elephant walk? It's where you hold the erection of the pledge in front of it behind you when you walk in a line. Also, transmogrified, your dicks are rattlesnakes. It'd be a nightmare. A lot of people kind of just assume that they would have been in one of the houses at Hogwarts, you know? Like, Hogwarts is like the Ivy League of the wizard world, you know? Like, not everybody gets in. Like, if I was in the wizard world, I feel like I would go to, like, a for-profit tech school where they teach you how to like weld with magic or do hair. I have like a lot of things surprise me about Harry Potter in general. I'm surprised that like with all the death and accidents happening at Hogwarts, how did nobody accidentally get pregnant? You know, like, what's more magical than the miracle of birth? Am I right, moms? Am I right, BJ? What's up? What do you think? Oh, that's B. You're BJ. I'm sorry. Am I right, blowjob? Sorry. Yeah, you're literally like the same age as her. I don't know why I pointed at you. Oh, moron. Oh. I'm a software engineer by day. I know I don't look like one at all, you know, like Bill Gates looks like a software engineer. Mark Zuckerberg looks like a software engineer. I look like I headbutt walls. Like I'm real fucking good at it. Like But I am. I used to work at the startup company. And while I was there, I don't know if you guys know this, but I got the job through a recruiting agency. And the way recruiters work is if they get you a job, they get a commission. So basically, like when I got this job, the recruiter that got me the job, she wouldn't stop calling, emailing, or texting me because it was a startup company and she wanted to hire more people for the company. So it got to a point where she texted me one day. She says, "Hey John, it's Christine from Workbridge. It's been a while. I just wanted to check in and see how things have been going." And I said, "Hey Christine, I actually fell down a well 2 months ago and haven't been working." She didn't stop texting me. She texted me again 6 months later. And she says, "Hey John, it's Christine from Workbridge. It's been a while. I just wanted to check in and see how things have been going." I said, hey Christine, it's been 8 months, 6 days, and 15 hours since the fall. If you remember, last time we had talked, I had fallen down a well. The road to recovery has been tough, but I'm slowly regaining the use of my toes. The fall completely severed the nerves between my legs and my toes. Through an experimental podiatric procedure, doctors were able to reconnect the toe nerves to my brain. But at a cost. I've lost the ability to love. Stop texting me after that. Well, I was still at that company. Because it was a startup company, they didn't have enough resources. Well, at one point, I quit. I left the job because I wasn't enjoying it anymore. Wasn't really happy. But they didn't have the resources to give me an exit interview, so they gave me an exit survey. And on the survey, there was a question. It was, what was the reason why you left? Or what were the reasons why you left? If you guys remember, my name is John Walter Stockwell. This is what I wrote. Everyone calling me Cockwell. My boss throwing paper clips at me and calling me Cockwell. At one time, I read an analog clock wrong, and everyone called me Clockwell. That one time, I said I liked Jennifer Lopez, and everyone called me Jenny from the Blockwell. That one time where I asked everyone to stop, and they all just called me bitch pussy. And then work-life balance. That's super important, guys. So strive for a job that gives you work-life balance. It's a big deal. I moved to Chicago something like 3 years ago now. Drove up here this weekend. What the fuck? This weekend? I'm checked out already. I'm very good. This work week's been tough. Oh boy. I drove up here from Chicago, and one of the things I found really interesting about Chicago when I moved there is that to get on the subway, you don't have to swipe your card or anything. You just kind of wave it. So my favorite thing to do since moving to Chicago has been hiding my CTA pass in sandwiches and watching people's reactions as I use them on the subway. People look at me like I'm a magician. I did it once after I wrote that joke. And as soon as I got through the turnstiles, cop stops me. And he's like, "What's in the sandwich?" I showed him. He was like, "Ah, fuck." What did you think? I hacked the sandwich? Me and my girlfriend have been getting into a lot of fights lately. Mostly tag team street fights. Yeah, she sees a couple cute at us and we both beat the shit out of them. What's cute than a couple covered in the same blood, you know? While I was still dating, I found something out that I thought was kind of interesting. I found out that if you can convince a girl to come home with you on your moped, she will have no issues hooking up with you on your air mattress. I took that girl and I made her my girlfriend. You know, she's great. Anyone in here watch anime? Where are my anime lovers at? Y'all watch anime? Nobody in here fucking watches anime. Absolutely not. I feel like a lot of people think that a lot of people don't watch anime because they think that it objectifies women. But I feel like if people just gave anime a chance, they'd realize There are so many other reasons to not like anime. there's a lot. The tentacles and all that shit, and just like upskirts. All right, guys, thank you very much. My name is John Walter Stockwell. And it's coming up number 6, John Walter Stockwell. Give it up for John.